Flavor Radio. That was Cardi B. Shout out to the DJ / producer. What's the matter? You didn't like the song, Jen?
I ain't got nothing to say.
Jen,
What?
give us your opinion of the Cardi B song that we just. The other one is better. Okay, what's the name of the other one?
I don't know. I gotta find it.
Okay, she's gonna look for that. All right, but no,
I'm gonna play it.
Oh Lord. But anyway, we're back on Baltimore Flavor Radio, and we have finally. I've been trying to get this woman on a show for, I would say 3 years, but that would be a lie because we haven't been on that long. But I've been trying to get her on for a minute, man. Miss Felicia Porter, welcome to Baltimore Flavor Radio. We got sound effects. We got sound effects. We got commercials. We stepping our game up, and we on the east side. Yes. Felicia is, I want to say, a public health advocate.
Yes.
And she is the president. Make sure I get this right. Of Optimal Public Health Solutions, LLC.
Yes.
Now, I had the opportunity to meet Felicia. How long ago was that?
Like
about almost 2 years ago.
Yeah.
We were at the math school. And actor, rapper Trey Chaney, better known as Pooh from The Wire, that's the way pretty much everyone knows him, was there doing an anti-bully campaign. And Felicia was there, and she was just smiling at everybody. She was just like, it was just like, and I was like, what are you doing? She was like, oh, and I was supposed to try to get on the show back then, but unfortunately, the scheduling was all screwed up. And then I hit Felicia yesterday out of the blue because that was the first time that I had seen you on Facebook in a minute. And I said, I got to get you on the show. And she was like, well, I can come tomorrow if you don't have anything. And I was like,
yes.
So that's the way it works. So again, welcome to Baltimore Flavor Radio. Let's talk a little bit about what you do as far as being a public health advocate first.
Yeah. So basically, I help people get healthy in Baltimore. There are so many things that are plaguing our city, such as chronic illnesses like diabetes, addiction, substance abuse, of that nature. And so I educate people about the real issues of substance abuse, addiction, and other chronic diseases. And then I provide a vehicle for them for policy so that we can change some of the legislation that's happening in Baltimore and beyond.
So does that mean you're at City Hall quite a bit?
So no, I did some work on the federal level.
Okay.
So I lobbied for substance abuse policy on the federal level with the ACA and with parity, mental health parity and substance abuse parity. Yeah. So I'm not on this level, but hopefully I've been working with a few candidates this election cycle. And so
such as
District 9, John Bullock. He's a personal friend of mine. And so I'm supporting his campaign. And then Christopher Burnett in District 8.
So you're not working with Diamond?
No, he's a good guy.
Yeah, he is good. And you know, I definitely know about you too. You're a good guy too. I think that in that particular, no, seriously, I mean, I think that
I'm just playing.
I think that in this realm of politics where we are now, we have to start really collaborating in the city instead of competing in the city, because
I agree 100% on that.
And so we got to start putting that pride aside and not just running to run, and really running to advance the city forward.
God, we should have had her here last week. We should have had her here last week. Tony would have liked
real
that.
Talk. I mean, you know, you have many candidates out here that, you know, I was just talking to a friend of mine before I came here about, you know, they're running for office like city council, whereas they don't even know the job duties of the particular position. They've never read the city charter. And so we as a people really have to start educating ourselves on the voting process, the importance of our vote, the power of our vote, and understanding, you know, just basic government 101 foundations.
She's talking to
how,
Damien.
No, I'm not. No.
She's talking to Damien right now.
I felt like all those words.
No. But real talk. Real talk. I mean, this is what I do. You know, when I go out canvassing, I talk to people that, you know, they're like, I don't vote. And I'm like, why don't you vote? And then we actually have a conversation because like, you know, Diamond, yeah, like he was saying, all it takes is a conversation for you to understand and really grasp the effect of your vote. You know, you may not vote for the popular candidate, similar to Antwon.
Exactly.
My choice for mayor is not one of the popular candidates. And so really engaging in the process, because I will tell you something, if you don't have that right to vote, you wouldn't be sitting in the classroom. If you don't have that right to vote, your kids wouldn't be able to have the recreation that they need in order for them to actually progress to the level where they need to be competitive in today's society. You know, if you didn't vote, that house you want, you wouldn't be able, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be able to get, everything is affected by your vote and your leadership. And so I really strongly, you know, I understand people that don't vote. I have many friends that don't vote, but at the same time, they're still engaged in the process and still knowing how to attack the process, because that is what your vote is trying to do. And I'm not claiming, you know, that people need to, oh, you need to vote. I'm imploring you to vote. You know, at the end of the day, I'm imploring you to vote, but I just need for you to be engaged in the process, be educated about the process, and be educated for what's going on, because I'm telling you, the media, the people around you, they will determine your narrative instead of you being educated enough to determine your own narrative. Like it's so crazy what's happening. So crazy what's happening. So yeah. That's my last one.
And they actually tried to take, well, I'm not going to say that they tried to take, but our right to vote was actually up for consideration to be taken away
and
not
then,
that long ago. So.
And then states like Florida, where you have like just gross gerrymandering of African Americans out of the political process. So in fact that they're not able to express their right, or voter suppression laws where you have to have, just crazy things that you have never have heard before. We are still in 2016. We're still seeing those voter suppression tactics in order for us not to express our right to vote. So it's, I'm
falling right into the trap, Dame. You're falling.
No,
right
but I had,
into
I implore you. One of the books I actually read in college, no doubt, was the ISIS Papers by Frances Cress Welsing. Read it and really understand the race relations and the systematic and institutional conspiracies that are happening.
You like conspiracies?
Dame loves conspiracies. He's gonna go get that from the library tomorrow just because you said conspiracy.
Dr. Raymond Wimbush. I credit most of my awakening to Dr. Raymond Wimbush. Really being awakened in today's society, having your own economic development. That's why you mentioned the many businesses that I own. I own 2 businesses. So really kind of spurring that economic development within my community, but then also having that education behind it as well. So.
Okay, great segue to the businesses. Let's talk a little bit about Optimal. And it's the things that you're doing with Dill.
So Optimal Public Health Solutions actually started in 2014. It was a time where I lost almost everything because I was so dependent on a job and someone to pay me every week. I was furloughed for 15 days and I lost so much money. Federal government. Yeah, I was furloughed. And at the time, I didn't, being young, I think I was like 24. So, I was like young. I was like, I'm invincible. I can do it. I landed on hard times. And then I began to reach within myself and understand the personal power of myself and how to grind and how to hustle. I instantly went to what I knew best, public health. That was, I just graduated from my master's program at Morgan. I was like, why not do this? And so I began to consult with different organizations, just on various projects. Then that spurred into me doing it much more. Then a friend of mine was like, why don't you start a business? Spur that economic development and bring those dollars back into our community, hopefully one day to provide jobs to people that look and act and think just like me. And so that's how Optimal Public Health Solutions got started. And so it has 3 divisions. So we have a research and program planning division. Then we also have a project management division. And then we also have an advocacy and policy division as well.
Y'all need an IT person?
We don't need an IT person. My brother, he used to work for Under Armour. He was like Kevin Plank's right-hand IT person. And so he if I have an IT problem, I would just call it.
If your brother's ever out of town and you need to
Yes.
hire an IT person.
And then Global Air Media is the aerial surveillance. So aerial surveillance company that I just opened up this year with 2 of my partners.
Talk a little bit about that.
So yeah, aerial surveillance. So
I feel like she's a spy now with the aerial surveillance. I'm kind of like, do you fly drones around the city and kind of like?
So it's more.
Okay, everything. Okay,
It's more on the fact of surveying the land and data collection from surveying the land. So like doing agricultural research, and doing film and photography and video production to determining the geological soil composition of parks. So I mean, it has this wide range, but surveillance is not one. I promise you.
She just totally went over my head with all of that.
Y'all really have drones. I know y'all do.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's also really exposing our community to the newest technologies, because it's happening in our counterpart communities at a faster rate. And so just really exposing our community to those technologies. Mm-hmm. No.
Not saying that you have drones, but a lot of that just went like.
Thank you.
I mean, I get it, but geez, me Christmas. Let's go back to the public health thing a little bit, because I kind of indirectly work in the public health field with the Department of Health and Mental Hygiene. Mm-hmm. And you being born and raised here in the city, just talk a little bit about, I guess, the unawareness that we as a people have with the whole public health thing, and how we need to better educate ourselves, and how your companies are actually helping to do so. Yeah. So, with many of the health issues that we're seeing plaguing our city, many chronic health issues, like the fact, sometimes I think on the fact of people say that we're unaware. I think that we are aware, but the system is not aligned for us to actually progress to the level that we need to be. For instance, in District 8, food that, the giant food has the giant food on Edmondson Avenue has, considerably less, in my opinion, less desirable and less fresh produce than say the counterpart down the street in Catonsville on Route 40. And so Edmondson and Swan?
It's that's the one I'm referring
to.
Yeah. And
as opposed to the one on road.
yeah. And so that in itself, is a public health issue. And so my company, we plan and develop programs, to get people aware of the fresh nutrition that exists within other areas, next to or adjacent to that marketplace. Because you got to think, people, when they go to the grocery store, what do? They hop on an MTA, and it takes a long time for them to actually go to the store. So where do they go? The corner stores. And so really educating them about choosing fruits and vegetables. That's why we went to the CVS. I was all in your ear about that, but educating people about choosing better fruits and vegetables, but then also educating them about other venues around them that they can get fresh fruits and vegetables. And so my company, we're actually that stakeholder at the table to be like, no, this is wrong. This is how we can fix it. And this is what we need to do to fix it. So we have a logistical project management plan in order to fix that problem.
I had somebody that talked about when you go into your average grocery store now, the more healthier stuff is on the outside of the market. Like if you think about where your fruits and your vegetables and stuff, well, even so, but it's not in the aisles, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like the aisles have the cookies and the stuff and the so and so and so and so.
I mean, that's all product marketing. And so again, we have to change that narrative. Shout out to Brown and Healthy who's changing. Yeah, shout out to Brown and Healthy who's changing that narrative. But changing that narrative so that we know that marketing scheme when we go into the store, that we are we're strategically targeted to go to the aisles for the cookies and the cakes and all that stuff instead of staying on the, you know, well, you don't have to stay on the outside, but I'd say just sometimes when I watch people go into the supermarket, they just go straight to the house, but engaging, I would say engaging with with the fruits and vegetables that are on the outskirts and really kind of showing them that they can be healthy. Most people don't believe that they can be healthy or stay healthy or maintain health.
That kind of blew my mind because I always make sure I go in the cookie aisle when I go grocery
It's
shopping.
like no matter which door you go in, you're gonna either be with fruits or vegetables or something healthy. And it
in your
keeps
face.
going
Mhm.
until.
What neighborhood do you live in?
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it
yeah,
does.
and that's a, you know, that's
Like
a
the best giant in the world.
that
Love
means
it. So-
yeah.
But it's true because I don't normally keep like I'll normally try to go in the store and just know what I'm going for.
Mhm.
But how they have that set up, I'll always end up stopping over them like, "Well, the
Mhm.
pineapples look good," or like they.
Mhm.
I always, and if I go through the other way, I'm gonna run into something
See,
like
y'all got me stuck on Giant now because I live in the Sedona area, as you know, and so we have that Giant right there on Moravia Road, and it's like homegirl over there is like, it's like I never thought. I mean, you're like really making me think about that now, like literally, like the product placement of stuff
It's a whole science.
differs from the communities that you live in, and I never really thought about
So let me
that.
drop another bomb on you.
Uh-oh.
So like, yeah, McDonald's. I mean, just to talk about the
I don't do
psychology.
McDonald's anymore.
The psychology of like product placement. So, I think it was like back in like the 1950s, 60s when McDonald's was being developed. Red and yellow. They done
Yeah,
product
I've
testing
heard
where
that.
red and yellow
Yeah.
induce salvation.
Yeah.
You know, it's not salvation. Well, it won't induce salvation, of course. Salvation, where you'll begin. I said salvation. You'll begin to be
Go to
hungry.
McDonald's and you will get into heaven.
No, I am not saying that. But it induces it induces your salivary gland so that you get hungry, and so it's a psychology and our brain chemistry that marketing and media target in order for their products to get sold. It's a real science. Like it's pretty cool. I mean, you know, it's pretty cool reading about it, but
That's crazy.
yeah.
So how much work do you do and it's much needed in this city as far as our young people, like as far as educating them on, you know, the things that they should eat or, you know, just the whole public health spectrum in general?
Yeah. So right now, we don't have a youth public health program. Right now, this year, since Global Air Media is kind of like my new company,
Okay.
we started a STEM drone camp for kids in elementary school, middle, and high school.
You heard that?
So that they actually learn about the engineering of building drones, learn about the manufacturing coding behind it, so that you know they can actually be, you know, at an early age be abreast of the technologies that's coming down the pike.
So the STEM stuff is like really high now as far as the.
I'd say that you know, with some of the projections of jobs within the next 20 years that are coming down the pike, STEM and STEM related careers are on the uptick. So we need to prepare. We need to prepare our kids. And my best bet, you know, being you know, my undergraduate degrees were in STEM related subjects, and so when I got to college, that's when I had like this whole come to Jesus moment. And so I don't want kids younger than me or that come after me to have that same come to Jesus moment. I want them to be in college, prepared, ready to go, and ready to get a job when they get out.
That's science, technology, engineering, and math thing
mathematics, yeah.
for you looking like, what the heck is STEM? Like, I know you well, bro. I know you well.
No, I knew
Yes,
it was
I knew.
but I just didn't know what it is.
All right.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter anymore.
So things that you're doing now, and you're concentrating basically on the Baltimore
Yes.
metropolitan area.
Yes, and we have a few international trips coming up to Nigeria and Spain, and so we're reaching out those.
You need a chaperone?
No.
I've always wanted to go to Nigeria, man. Like,
Yeah,
You
so
have
we're
so
doing
much
a community health worker training with a youth Nigerian organization, and so really kind of getting them on ground to understand about the impact of health, first aid, and other like elementary community health worker training specifics. So we're moving and shaking, man.
Yo, who knew?
Yeah, we're trying to really change the game. Like it's like Diamond was saying, there's a new level of catalysts that are coming up in Baltimore, and while some of them are effective, some of them aren't. But the ones that are effective, I will say, we're coming with a vengeance, and we're trying to really, really, really change the city to a positive place that people can actually want to live and thrive. Like people, it's crazy what's happening in our city now. People just angry all the time, and they don't want to stay in the city. They move to the county, and so we really want to showcase Baltimore as being a great city, which it is. We got to again change that narrative. We allowed. I'm sorry to interrupt. But we allowed media during the unrest to come in and determine the narrative of Baltimore, and so it's up to us, the people on the ground that's voting. That's that's voting, but then also that's engaging in the community to change that narrative so that we can be better and do better.
Would you ever look to try to like get some kind of a program in schools so that from the elementary school level they can kind of learn a little bit about what it is that you do? Because that would be like real awesome if it was something that was a part of the curriculum. And I think it would be actually something that would keep a lot of attention, honestly, in schools.
So we're in talks with Baltimore City, with an official from Baltimore City Public Schools. And so we're looking at after school programs for Global Air Media. I haven't really approached them about the health program, health program yet.
That's what I was talking about.
That's what you was talking about. Well, hopefully I will. That means I got to develop it.
Okay. Gotcha.
But it's definitely on my to-do list. And with the other public health practitioners that are in the city, Tiff Welsh, who does a lot with Penn North, and then also the Matthew A. Henson Community Association, and Fran Weeks, Vanessa Jaffard. We have a group that's doing stuff. We just need to strategically position ourselves so that vendors like Baltimore City Public Schools can actually utilize our services and kind of move the city forward health-wise. So.
I commend you, man.
Oh,
Who knew?
you.
I had no idea that you were like so much into like, oh my gosh.
You got my bio. You say he like went to Google. I was
that
like,
doesn't count.
20 pages of it.
Yes, I mean,
It's definitely like 20 pages. No, seriously.
no.
Yeah. It's knocking on 20.
yeah, it's
He said 15.
and there's stuff on here like scientific research analysis, research associate, data collector, citizen.
Oh
I mean,
my
like,
God.
I was like, oh my gosh, and that was just from one link.
Oh my God.
I was like, wow. So, what exactly were you doing when we met with the whole Trey Cheney thing?
So I actually sit on the board for MASS,
Okay.
Maryland Academy of Technology and Health Sciences.
Okay.
And so that's a STEM charter
Yeah.
school in Baltimore that started in 2006. So we were there to show the kids that you can actually have fun, be cool, be, I guess,
Right.
Be hip, whatever, be cool, and still, have attendance, have good attendance, and then also not bully your schoolmates as well. I mean,
So-
the violence that we're seeing in schools, we need to start perpetuating these messages and these communication messages. Shout out to Trey Cheney because he's been doing that for a long time.
A long time.
And he hasn't even hit his peak yet as far as people knowing who he is. Like I saw him the other day, he was with Rakim, and I was like,
Oh, he's opened up.
like,
He's opened up for like Big Daddy Kane,
Yeah.
Belle Biv DeVoe, Bobby Brown, and a whole host of people since
Yeah.
Since we've had that opportunity.
And so
to
I'm
meet
glad
with him.
he's perpetuating, some of the ill conscious, they are perpetuating positive messages because I'll just be frank, the beat is what catches us. The beat, and we can change. The lyrics can be anything. The lyrics can be anything, but that beat is what catches us. And so if we combine that hot beat with some conscious lyrics that actually will make you think and let you know who John Hanson is, who Benjamin Banneker was.
Okay.
She dropping knowledge on you, dang.
So Benjamin Benjamin Banneker. So not only did he design the clock, but he designed the layout for Washington D.C.
DC. Yep.
And so that was like a huge part in the American Revolution, because that meant that your enemy, Washington D.C., the way that it's designed is designed in a circle. So either way you went out, your enemy couldn't get to you. So you had another way out. And so that was just crazy. He was like way before his time.
And I can finally drive through DC without getting lost. I actually know my way through DC now. Like it's nothing. Just real quick on the math school, because the last time that we had an opportunity to talk to Sean, they were actually trying to close the school down. Yes. And I don't know if you're privileged to talk about that, but has there been any update with that?
So unfortunately, I'm not privileged to talk about it, but I will tell you that, as a board, as a collective board, and the school community and the West Baltimore community, you can be assured that we are doing everything possible in order for that school not to close. 435 students will be displaced, and they're already on a structured STEM related curriculum. And so basically the seniors wouldn't be able to graduate on time. And so it would just be a devastation to the West Baltimore community. And there's not a school over there outside of Douglas, that exists within that particular community. And schools back in the day, schools used to be the anchor of the community. Schools and churches used to be the anchor of the community. And so we need to begin revisiting that model so that kids can go to school within their various neighborhoods and actually live and thrive.
It would be a travesty, because it's not like it's a bad school where like 70% of the students are flunking. They're actually graduating kids, and the kids are going on to further their education. So I don't understand. I mean, and I think some of that has to do with politics. So I can't get into all of that, but it's when Sean told me that they were thinking about that, I was like, that's just crazy, because the school is thriving. Yeah. And how do you take then? A Damien theory would be, because it's thriving, they might want to, you know what I mean? So it's just crazy. It's just, I mean, you have a school in a community not far from where I grew up. And in fact, I went to Glens Falls Elementary School back when way back when. And it's just sad to see that with all of the schools that are failing and doing bad, that you actually have a school that's thriving the way that maths is, and they want to just do away with it. Yeah. And I haven't heard a legitimate reason as to why they would want to take it away. So it just doesn't make any sense. Well, we appreciate you finally coming and hanging out with us.
This was actually very entertaining. I love you guys. So I was telling Antwon, like, I sneak watch you guys when
she's like, I watch y'all when I'm on my way home. So she watches like the first 5 minutes of the show, and then she doesn't see any of the interviews or anything. We appreciate it, though. I do. We appreciate it, though.
Yeah, but I appreciate what you guys are doing, bringing new media to Baltimore. And so, yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Let everybody know how they can reach you on with one of the 37 jobs that if you need a research analyst, if you need a public policy, something.
So they can reach me on Facebook, Felicia Porter, and then also my company website is optimalpublichealthsolutions.org. Send me an email. I'm usually the one that answers the emails through my phone, so you'll get a response.
And she replies back. She actually replies back, honestly.
Cool.
That's it?
Yep,
just
that's
optimal? It. You don't want to put
Optimal Public Health Solutions, and then globalairmedia.com.
There you go. Yeah, the drones. The drones. Congratulations on all that you're doing, man. It's really awesome to connect with you like this and finally have a chance to sit down and figure out everything that you do, because I knew it was a lot, but I didn't quite know until I pulled up the book yesterday. So we commend you. Thank you for coming. That's Felicia Porter, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just give some quick shout outs and get out of here, because it's just that time. Let's see what we got coming next week.
So petty.
Yeah.
First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to God.
You all right? Keep talking.
Who's bought it full circle, and I don't know how he says it. Dang, do your thing. That's your thing, man.
No, honestly, gotta thank God again, for bringing everything full circle and being perfect in all his ways. Shout out to all of our guests. Shout out to all of our listeners and viewers. Shout out to my Baltimore Flava family, squad. Where are y'all?
Squad up.
You see,
Squad.
she got me.
I was benediction at the end of it.
And shout out to just everybody, I guess. And never. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. You know what I was about to say, right?
No.
Never. What I'm about to say.
I'm not saying it either.
I'm just okay. I'm done. That's all.
Jen, you
I
got
think
some
she know what I
shout-outs?
was going. I think she know what I was going to say.
Jen, you got some shout outs real quick?
No.
I'm ready to
What
go.
you going to say? Shout out to my mommy. Shout out to Bree. Oh,
Bree's graduation is coming up,
Y'all always say that. Like
I'm in
it
there.
ain't changed.
Yeah,
It's
but-
Friday.
but it's still every Friday it gets closer and closer, and I just can't believe it. Seems like she just went to college like
it definitely does.
last month. Like, and now she's
How does that make you
ready
feel
to-
like being the big sister? You like, because you didn't have an older sister. Well, you had a
have an
brother.
older brother.
Never mind. I forgot. No.
I saw where you was going with that
Yeah,
though.
I-
You was
yeah.
you was trying. You
I
was trying.
forgot you. Yeah, you're right. But like, how do you feel? How do you feel? Like, you like, oh, my little sister. Oh my God, she's not little anymore.
Yes. We moved till she was 7. So yeah.
That's so cute.
You've been
Me
such
and
a
my mama paid for her to go to college.
Oh
So
my
I'm
God.
damn
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah. Why you so mad?
yo.
Dang, she got
You said
so
you-
mad.
diploma too.
You said you and your mom paid for
I
her.
paid for my
Yo, we
school.
took Tyler to his school last week, and it was basically for like the incoming freshmen, like a congratulations, you're coming to college thing. And they broke us down. They took the students into one breakaway session, and they brought the parents over.
Basically gave y'all the bill. Yep. No, no.
I got it. Yeah, it must hurt you.
Bruh. College ain't cost $26,000 when I
No,
was in
that's
school,
tough.
and that's just
That's
for,
cheap.
and that's
Yeah.
cheap, and that's just for the classes.
Yes.
I told my son for almost $5,000 per, you better eat every single meal that they offer you. You better take a doggy bag back to. It's crazy, like $36,000 a year. I can't.
Yes.
If you're hiring for optimal, I'll fly a drone or whatever. If you need a driver, just whatever it is,
You want to be my security?
I'll be your security. Whatever you need, Diamond. If you need security once you become council person, $27 an hour. Hook me up. Yo, colleges. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. But shout out to him. He's gone.
Wow.
Where'd he
he
go
gone
August the
now?
17th. He's going to Wesley College in Dover,
Nice.
Delaware.
Oh.
Wow.
August the 17th.
That's gonna be a bittersweet moment.
Wow.
Cause that's your man's, man.
That's-
Y'all been riding together for a minute, man. That's your
We've been
boy.
together all his
Yeah,
life.
yeah, that's your boy, man. Hey, that's rough.
It's cool. I'm proud of him, man.
Yeah.
So again, thank you, Felicia. You got some shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, shout out to my mom.
What's
and my
up, mom?
dad.
Dad.
Yeah, and just shout out everybody, man. You know, like you said, election day's coming up. Shout out everybody that's been working hard, pounding that pavement and putting in that grind time to make the city better. So yeah, shout you guys out.
Diamond, good luck,
Congratulations.
man.
Congratulations.
Good
My
luck.
sister-in-law voted for your boy too.
Tony.
Mm-hmm. I was like, good. I ain't voting for somebody else. Good.
Yeah, I did. Like I said, I was on the fence as I was walking to the poll, and he just happened to be in that prime location where he was the last person that I talked to. I talked to his opponent first, and then I
Which
talked to
is kinda
him.
good because I'm opposite. Like, if I'm going, I already have my mind made up on who
I-
I'm voting for.
and I
You
did
not
for the most
roll up
part,
on
but-
me like I'm leaving the club.
No, I
trying to sell me
definitely
a vote.
for second
Do your
district.
research.
Yeah, for second district, I definitely didn't because like the incumbent is just kind of he's been So
Well,
I'm bringing the space heater next week.
how about
It's
you
so-
put a coat or hoodie on?
It's-
that it
Oh,
feels
that
just
joint-
perfect in here.
Oh, cold.
But-
It's cold, huh?
I was gonna say, so he said it, I was like, oh, hi.
But again, Diamond, thank you for holding us down this week. Lisa obviously doesn't love us anymore, so she's not
She's
coming.
still sick.
You know what it is? You know what it is? People get their own show and then they just get too big for it. So it's like, well, I ain't got time for Baltimore Flava no more.
No, Lisa banged with me, so
Oh,
Man,
well,
me.
you need to tell Lisa shit.
know
But
what you're
thank you,
talking about.
Diamond, for holding us. And again, man, good luck, dude. We do have a show
You
next
said,
week,
yes,
right?
we can.
Oh, okay.
You said, yes, we can.
Wish you would tell me I can't come in.
You're fired.
You said, take it all the mics.
Ain't nobody got no
We
show.
walking up out here with lights. We walking with a computer screen. But this is true. This is true. This is true. And as long as you stay on the east side, bro, you can.
Some new faces and some.
Cool. It's all about growth. But good luck to you next week, man. And I hope when we come back next week, you'll be.
Come from nothing, so the journey right to this point
Is absolutely. That's what it is.
Yeah, man. That sounds like a crazy acceptance speech.
Shout out to our guest that has just been hanging out with us over on the love seat. I don't know who she is. She just been there. We just got people just drop in. I don't know. She's supposed to.
I am doing a prom dress drive at my church.
Oh, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Since Melody Myers didn't do her prom dress drive, yes, I put the name out there. Come in, talk. What's your name? I need your name, your social security number, and where the drive is going to be. No, I'm just playing. Tell us a little bit, real quick.
So I'm Natasha Allen, and I'm Natasha Allen. I'm with Zion Hill Baptist Church, and I'm part of the young adult youth ministry there.
Okay.
So I'm doing a prom dress drive tomorrow from 3 to 5 p.m. If you follow me on Facebook, you can see all the dresses and prom attire that's there, and everything is free. And then tomorrow morning from 12 to 3, I'm doing an Amber Alert, because every 40 seconds a child becomes missing, and it takes about 2 hours for you to gather your information to give to authorities. So that is very important here in the community, and that's a $5 donation. Lunch will be included with that as well over at Zion Hill Baptist Church. It's 931 East Preston Street.
Why didn't you tell us you were here for something so important? We would have. Hold on. What's your name again? No.
Natasha Allen.
Somebody thought it was Amanda.
I ain't gonna say no name.
I ain't gonna say no names.
What's your name again? I'm gonna call you
Allen, A-L-L-E-N.
We can't say the names.
Natasha.
I
Natasha.
ain't saying no.
Natasha Allen. I'm gonna share this information on
You can
Facebook.
turn my mic off.
Yeah. So we do a lot in the community. Every second Friday of the month, we open up the church for any child, no matter what city, state they live in. If they want to come, we open it up for free. We provide food, games, and a safe haven for children to go. So we are the church that's out of the four walls and that's in the community.
We are gonna bring you back for.
What's the church again?
Zion Hill Baptist Church, 931 East Preston Street. And our pastor is Dr. Douglas V. Logan.
We are gonna bring you back for a full interview on Baltimore Flava Radio. We need to talk about all of that. That's good stuff. I love it. But tomorrow, give the information for tomorrow again.
It's Zion Hill Baptist Church, 931 East Preston Street, and it's from 12 to 3. It's the Amber Alert, and I have two awesome people that will come to speak about trafficking. A lady called Grandma Edna, she will come, and everybody know as Monique Pierce with trafficking. She'll be there as well tomorrow morning from 12 to 3, and then from 3 to 5. Anybody, male, female, that needs prom attire, or if you have clothes you still want to donate, we have brand new shoes. So I just thank everyone for all the donations that they have given thus far. You can get a sneak peek on Periscope or on my Facebook page, where it just shows all the attire that's there that'll be present tomorrow. So it's first come, first serve. Come on in. And
I'm gonna send my son and his prom date over there. Save me a little bit of money.
We have so many prom dresses, bridesmaids dresses I don't need.
I'll come and get them from you tomorrow, and we can donate them.
He had his promo already, right?
No, it's next month.
Next month.
Yes.
Like for real, I got like a whole bunch of prom dresses. We got prom. I have bridesmaids dressed up familiar.
Nobody's getting married. Oh, I'm sorry.
Here you go, Dane.
It's a nice dresses, and I was like, I don't know what to do. Hey.
All right, no, we're
I
not.
was, you know, I was,
But
I didn't catch it till
but you forgot. You've been commissioned to sing the full song.
Yeah.
Shar has put it out there. So
I've enjoyed myself with y'all tonight.
we appreciate it. We got
Squad.
She said, y'all, you just want to
Yeah,
put it
I know,
all
I
on you
know.
like she just like you. All right, man, we out here. Everybody have a safe weekend, man. I always pray for just a safe, non-violent weekend. Just give me one weekend. If we can start with one weekend, then we can. But everybody enjoy day party tomorrow, all that good stuff. Diamond, again, good luck to you, man. And I hope when we come back next week, you're official. For real, man. Nah,
You
I'm
are?
serious, man. I'm dead serious about that. Like I've been saying, we definitely need some new blood in City Hall, man. So hopefully everybody, Dame, get out and vote, man. Come on, bro.
This guy's crazy.
All right, man. We out here. This is